Hello everyone, my name is Commissar Hecht and welcome to another edition of Warhammer 40k painting. I'm going to be finishing up, or at least we're going to be trying to finish up. This one's going to be a short stream today because I was running around doing a lot of errands. Here, let me tab out real quick and drop you guys the link because it's Tiltify link. So, and drop you guys the link because it's Tiltify link. But let's start painting. Gotta put out our models. So we know exactly what's going on. There we go. He was upset.
You were upset. What happened?
You didn't take him on whatever adventure you wanted where you were going on.
Oh, it's okay. I got something for you.
Oh, did you give him a treat?
Of course I did.
Did you give me a treat?
Maybe.
I get a treat?
Hopefully I get a call back today or tomorrow.
I hope you do too.
The person I talked with is actually the same person that I talked with yesterday.
No.
And, she was super sweet. Okay. We haven't tried this one, so we'll try it. See if we like it. Okay? Ooh. There you go. Happy puppers. Why is this thing wide open?
It had some standing water in it. I'm just trying to get my test models out. Like I said, this is going to be a short stream tonight, guys. I was trying to organize some stuff. That is a treat.
I actually had it in stock.
Milk
There's
tea.
2 more in there for Brianna, because you know she will cry if she doesn't get it.
Absolutely. I will not rob my daughter of milk tea.
If you do, you will have hell to pay.
But I don't wear a toupee. You set him up, I'm gonna knock him down, babe. Come on, that was perfect.
What?
I said that was perfect.
I don't even know what you said.
You said there'd be hell toupee, and I was like, but I don't own one.
You don't own hell?
No, toupee. A toupee.
Oh.
It
That went over my head.
It sure did, like a toupee. Huh? I might be stupid, but I'm sure as fuck funny. Holy hell! What's that? Is that a new Arizona?
No,
What is it? Just
normal Arizona.
I've never seen that can before.
Jeez. Oh, you split that in half already. Jeez.
Yeah, and these are bones.
Well, he can't. The other ones that I bought him, those big ones with the filling in it.
I think it's because it's like bleached.
It's not bleached.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Oh, he's a happy boy. He's so happy.
Oh my lord! You did split that.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. God.
But I'm a sergeant. uh.
Got an email saying the clinic will be offering the annual flu shot at the Oasis Community Center from 9:30 to 17:30, but it doesn't say the date.
Call the clinic.
I don't want to call the clinic, so they're probably gonna get bombarded with the same fucking question.
Well, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that their media arm decided to push something out.
It wasn't the clinic that did it. It's the fucking CDC. They did the same thing yesterday. I called them and told them they need to fix the flyer. It was for, again, same thing, got an email, but it was for give parents a break.
Yeah.
And it was for October 4th is what it was dated for. But in the email it also said to sign up for April. And so I called them and I was like, well, October 4th already happened. We're at the end of October, going into November, and November 4th is in the middle of the week. So, like, I have no idea, like, what you guys are trying to say. And,
Yeah.
and the lady's like, oh, yeah, let me look. And then she was like, oh, I think it's November 6th. And she was like, oh, I take it back. I think it's November 1st. Oh, I don't really know. And I'm just like, okay, well, like, personally, I don't care what day it is, because I'm not signing my kid up, but I know there's some people that do want to sign their kids up, and I'm advising you, like, you need to review these things, and then you can push it out once it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, the person's already left for the day. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Leave a note that they need to go and fix that, and then re-push that email.
They need to fix their problem.
Because I have no clue what they're trying to say, and if I can't understand what they're trying to say, I sure as hell know that somebody else probably doesn't know what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
So it don't make sense.
I love this base. Oh, Tom Bombadil. Oh. I need to grab a sergeant.
Hello? Hey, what's up, Mom? Why are you feeling dizzy? What did you eat? Yeah. What? How much water have you had to drink? Maybe, I think you need to drink a little bit more water and just have a seat and relax for a little bit. And then after that, you go back to class and see how you feel, alright? Love you. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.
Trying to get out of school again, huh?
Well, I don't know. She said she's dizzy, and I was just like, okay, well, you know, a little bit more than my normal amount. And I drink a good amount of water, my normal amount. It's like, okay, well, I think you need to do this.
Yarrick, I know you don't sit up on my desk and paint. Why is there dog hair on my desk? By the way, Yarrick, if you can hear him, I don't know if you can, but he is nomming on a bone. Such a good puppers, nomming on a bone. Nom nom nom. Yarrick, buddy. Yeah, he is busy. Pupper Cam. Hey, Quackamal, how are you? Pupper Cam. Yeah, Pupper Cam. Pupper Cam's good. He's just chewing on a bone. Mom gave it to him and it's already gone. Nom nom nom. All right. Old Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. I am debating with myself about a thing. Well, what kind of thing? Bright blue was his jacket, and his boots were yellow. If I should kickstart the Trench Crusade project, those demons do look fire. It's up to you. I think Trench Crusade is an interesting setting. I just like I know the creators are good people. I just like I don't it matches a vibe, a 40K vibe, but I think it leans too far into like the I mean, I know 40K does too, but I think it leans too far into like the for some reason it just doesn't sit the same kind of vibe with me as it would if it was 40K. Like, don't get me wrong, I think the models look cool. For some reason, I'm not digging it as much as I dig 40K. As weird as that sounds. But Commissar, I would hear people say, this is a slam dunk. Again, I know. I don't know. If you kickstart it, you kickstart it. Like I'm not gonna tell you otherwise. That desecrated saint looks crisp. Again, it. I think that it is good. I just, for some reason, to me, they. I'm not saying that they didn't work hard on those models and the models don't look well presented. I'm just like to me, I don't know. Bree's gonna be so happy you got her milk tea.
I saw it. I was like, okay.
Sandflies in the grass, bees on the willow. Old Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. Rotate the camera just a little bit. There we go. Aziz Light. The official Warframe Twitch channel is playing a tabletop RPG kind of Warframe version. Kind of neat. Oh, well, that's cool. I mean, it's not a big stretch to have like 40k RPG, Warhammer Fantasy RPG, Warframe RPG, anything that really you can turn into a game. That's based off of character design or army design or insert creative content here. You can turn into a tabletop RPG. Particularly if you know that there's an audience for it. It's gone. There's not even crumbs. That's why I love Warframe. The devs are really amazing people. They love their game, and it shows. They even play the game with viewers and such. Well, I mean, that's just good. That's just good business practice, right? I mean, it's. I never want to say that game developers aren't passionate about the game that they're developing. I never will assume the negative of that. What I will say is that I do know that there are game developers that just develop games that they're happy about, and then they just move on to the next project because they think of it as a project, not as something that they're vested into. Now, I don't know how much of a Venn diagram that is, or if they're just two opposing circles, right? Um, but I will say that it would be considered good marketing to promote your game in a manner that you're in a manner that you're playing with the community that you're trying to upbring. Like, that's just good business practice. I got these like, oh, got these weird rays on my. It's because of the blinds. Come with me, my son. Bathe in the holy light that is the Commissar's channel. And you shall be free. So honestly, the story of DE and Warframe is so refreshing. They tried to find a publisher for Warframe, and it, uh, but didn't. So they published within 6 to 2 months what left of the budget. Most of the devs are still working on the team in some capacity. Well, again, um, that's something that when you're vested into a game, development wise, right? Especially when you're in deep, right? When you're trying to publish an amazing game, and then you can't find a publisher, a video game company that'll publish it for you, and you go independent, like that shows the level of commitment, right? So again, I am not faulting people for enjoying Warframe for the sheer sake, um, that it's actually being supported by the devs in some way, shape, or form. I think the merits of video games, especially video games that like kind of live and die off of the audience platform. Oh, excuse you. Oh, sounded like a fart. And they actually listened to their community when uh, they introduced colors. You had to pay money to roll, but a guy spent 2K on it, and they were like, "Bro, for real." And then they refunded the 2 grand. Well, yeah, I mean, or 20K, and then they refunded that. Well, yeah, I mean that again. It shows and this is the thing that I've always argued when it comes to business practices. You can be ethical and still make money. You can be ethical, you can champion a cause, or you can not put in particular practices, um, and that I don't know. I it just shows that like Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age, Warframe, it shows that you can be an ethical company or an ethical development team, build a good product and platform, and um, then make something, right? Like truly make something that you can be proud of, and people will buy. Old Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. Bright blue was his jacket, and his boots were yellow. listen to some tunes while I paint. I bought a Canonist with a jetpack. I tried, but I couldn't resist. Oh man. So, I'm glad I'm talking to you, Quackamo. I fought a penitent host the other day for a battle. One of my coworkers is who works in the squadron. He plays sisters and whatnot, so he wanted to give it a penitent host build a try. Oh my lord, holy crap! Now I was hitting dead on with a lot of my abilities, but um, and like my dice were pretty decent. I think there was maybe like one. I think there was one round of shooting where I was what? Oh, did he? Well, enjoy. I think there was one round of shooting where um, I it was mediocre, but the penitent host idea that you had, oh my lord, is it like the only way to stop the penitent host from getting to your battle line is just making them make just an absolute butt ton of saves. Like you have to literally force them to make saves. Um, and it was insane, absolutely insane. The penitent host sisters army is crazy. I'm glad it performs well. I would be worried. I was worried about it being a weaker one. Oh no, 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 no. Um, the Miracle Dice mechanic is frustrating, but a good mechanic. um, it's wild. It's wild, wild. Good. Yeah. No. It was. So they managed to clear most of the board turn one. Turn two, they were in assault range, but it was like dicey if he could throw dice, so he didn't deploy them. But by turn three, I had lost an infantry squad. I had lost a stormtrooper squad. Um, he had consolidated into another infantry squad and another stormtrooper squad, and he had a Furiel Stern and um, the Eldar that she's always with. Um, uh, I forget what his name is, Chiron or whatever. Land and almost pop one of my tanks. So it was definitely a nail biter. It's, but yeah, like I was saying, they cleared the board turn one, or they got most of the board turn one. Cleared it by turn two. Turn three, I lost a stormtrooper squad, a veterans, an infantry squad, and I had some wounds on my tank taken off. So yeah, it was definitely a. I had killed two of his penitent engines and managed to almost pop his rhino, but it was definitely a definitely savage. It was definitely a good list to play against. Hello there. How are you doing, Orc Skin Hobbies? This is going to be a short stream tonight. Probably like not even 2 hours, maybe three. But home for the first time in a few months, so I don't know if I'll be online. Well, I will. Happy Halloween, by the way. Yes, Happy Hallows Eve, by the way. I would be in costume, but like I said, I we had to do a lot of things today. Had to do a lot of had to do some house chores, so I it was either I stream for a little bit and just say Happy Halloween to everybody, or I don't. So maybe next year. Next year I'll probably be in costume. Oh, how did I miss that one? Last night I waited in the darkness. Realized there's some things you never know. I did to take for granted. You threw away the sequel. Feels so far. But yeah, Orcskin Hobbies. I will be working this weekend, but next weekend I will be available. Um, and then, so, you know, I'm glad you're home. Uh, take your time, and I appreciate you being an active member of the community, but spend time with loved ones and all that stuff. because I will be taking a slight hiatus during the Christmas holiday block break to see family. I don't know how long we're going to be. We're still kind of hashing out those details. And my hope is at least a week. Hold on. Sign. Oh yeah, maybe I should find gifts for Christmas. Yeah, well, get what you can, right? Don't go overboard or outside your means. But yeah, give gifts. Give gifts to those who you feel that really truly deserve it. There we go. Take care of that. All right, let me go get some tea real quick. So, things I'm a Nokia. Oh, muffin. Huh? I like those kind of muffins. If none of you guys know what I'm talking about, there's these muffins called Otis Spunkmeyer. They come in these little plastic. They're so bad for you, but taste so good. They're like super sweet. They hurt the teeth. The chocolate ones do. But they have these. It's called Otis Spunkmeyer, and they're blueberry, banana nut bread, chocolate, and I think plain. Um, and it's say again. Oh yeah, chocolate chip too. Uh, and they're like super moist and fluffy, but it's because of all the sugar that they put into the damn thing. It's really good though. I've never had a bad Otis Spunkmeyer muffin, but again, it's super not healthy for you, but it's just so good for you. Or it tastes so good, but so bad for you. There we go. break inside, and I cannot lie. Today I got my sister jump pack, and I saw a guy who put a Stormcast head on a heavy guardsman Catachan. Looks cool as hell. Did you take pictures of it? I'd love to see it. But you know, it's not how you feel. I should have, but I was a bit in a hurry. It's okay, no worries. Inside that home. What you know, it's not how you feel. Provide inside that home. Alright, bayonet. Bayonet. Okay, you're done. Speaker. Cop. Behind myself. Right. We need that done. We need that done. We're almost done with these bodies. I'm actually kind of... Oh, I missed a canteen. Son of a gun. Good thing I double checked. Bayonet. That's why you gotta always double check your models. I don't. I love the fact that the kits are detailed. I really do. It's just the fact that they're too detailed. It's like, I missed something. Son of a gun. Bayonet. Jimbo Slayer. Scroll by saw you live. Hope you have a prosperous YouTube career. Well, I appreciate that. That moment when you thought you lose a tiny piece. Yeah, no. I I hate that, especially when you're like trimming off of the sprue and it jumps out. But no, no, it was on the actual thing. Well, thank you very much, Jimbo Slam. I appreciate you. Me? Oh me, oh my, I heard the oh my cry, oh me. Actually, I'm gonna sing this song because I do love this song. So I do apologize if my singing is not as good, but I love this song. So ready? On Sunday morning, I'm fine with harbor excursion. The time is very we found the pier. I heard my son how me by sorority Tom tear. Oh me, oh my, heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say. I should have never taken this excursion around the bay. We ran towards the board of white offended stripe. Strong regiment to make our spirits bright. If you in the double, it was the things they say. Just to see us in the bay. Oh me, oh my, I heard my old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard my old wife say. But you never taken this excursion around the bay. For you no better, she was trying to silly green. Better cake and candy, fat pork and kerosene. Better sugar candy or gear on her face. Dandy dandy when we reach his harbor grace. Oh me, oh my, heard me old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, heard the old wife say. I've never taken this excursion around the bay. No better, I feel on dear. Strangers Hurley could hear in Cabineer. Strangers was Harbor Grace at every store and shop. For Denver, to the climb. I'm trying to clean some old lines. Oh yeah, that's always a tough one. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, heard me always say. I should never taken this excursion around the bay. There's just barely brandies as we were coming back. In the ocean, wrapped up in a Union Jack. Yeah, every single man is in a pretty face. As you have me, I'm off to Harbor Grace. Oh me, oh my, heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say. I've never taken this excursion around the bay. Oh me, oh my, heard the old wife cry. Oh me, oh my, I think I'm gonna die. Oh me, oh my, I heard the old wife say. I've never taken this excursion around the bay. From Great Big Sea, excursion around the bay. About a man whose wife died. And it's funny because like they sing the song and it's a live it was a live recording and they sang it I think in like England, Newfoundland, which is I think where they're from, uh, and or maybe they're from Quebec. I can't remember. Great Big Sea. I can't remember where they're from exactly, but they sang it like they debuted it. They sang it around the tours, and even then they were like, "Yeah, it was kind of weird having a bunch of people clapping and laughing at a. It's supposed to be a drinking song, a very old like depressive drinking song, but they cleaned it up a little bit, and yeah, that's eh. Prove positive that you never know if it's a popular that you never know who's gonna like it or not. A drinking a popular what song? Excursion Around the Bay, by Great Big Sea. It's a song. If you actually listen to the lyrics, it's a song about a husband's wife who drowns in a bay called Harbor Grace. When they pulled her out of the water, they tried to save her, and then she dies. And it's just, oh, but people seem to like it. Weird. It's that's the one thing I do love about songs is that when people are like, some songs you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh my god, why is this pop? What, this is horrible. It's like in the same vein of like pumped up kicks, um, and whatnot. It's in that same vein. I saw a video about another one bites the dust, and I'm like, so yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, well, and that's another one like Queen. Another one bites the dust. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. 2 seconds, guys. All right. As I was. Do do do. Another one. So what's everyone working on? Or are they just chilling and vibing with the stream? We got 4 viewers, so hello and welcome. And I think we actually got 4 viewers on YouTube as well. 3 viewers on YouTube, so hello and welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good time. I'm finished building the Canoness. I can't wait to see it, man. Oh, I screwed that up. Luckily, I was able to fix that. All is on me. Waters fine in the oceans rising. Share words and you already did it. Every house you've tried. Got it, gonna get inside. Alright, now we finished all the canteens. Ugh. let's look at the bayonets real quick. Okay, yeah, that is bolt gun. Okay. Ah, nuts. Wrong silver. Son of a gun. Oh, Yarick Bubba. Oh, did you hear that sonic boom? Oh, wow, you're okay. Hey, you're okay. You're okay. Oh, you're okay, buddy. got spooked. You got spooked on the walk, and you got spooked in the house. You just get spooked. Halloween spoopy. For those of you that don't know, we're at the end of Sonic Boom Alley for the Air Force. So they tend to go because you're allowed to go Sonic Boom in that alleyway, all that area. Um, that's where they test the ability for hypersonic and all that stuff. So every single time there's Sonic Boom, the cats and the dog get spooked. What, dear? City bomb, bumpy mountain, wood, my stock, my center, GMO. By the twilight, Michael Jackson dies, Fukushima, Japan. Celebrity, Janet, let it go. I'm heading off. Have fun. Have a good Halloween. Well, thank you. Aha. Damn it. Oh, good thing I was very careful. God damn it. Oh, thank you for the follow. Kraken, thank you very much. What brings you to the channel? Ave Imperator. Oh, shucks. Wrong paint pot. I confused that a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, that bayonet's done. That bayonet is not. That bayonet is done. That bayonet is. That bayonet is. That's not done. Not done. I'm just starting the painting aspect of Warhammer, so I'm following painters so I can learn. Okay, well, I am not. I am nowhere near going to purport myself to be a good painter. All right, I appreciate that you followed me and welcome to the channel. A little bit about myself: I'm active duty military, United States Air Force. Um, I stream to raise money for charity and whatnot. Let me give you the charity. Let me give you the charity link. Currently, I am trying to raise money for the UNHCR's High Commission for Refugees. And that's the. Oh, let me actually do it on Restream as well, because that's what. So that's primarily my goal. Yeah, it'd be nice to be to get uh, you know partner affiliated, get into the partner program on Twitch, or get monetized on YouTube and do it that way. But you know, like I said, Air Force pays my bills. This is just what I've got right now. So please give what you can, if you can. If you donate bits or subscribers or all that stuff, don't go out of your means. I do appreciate those who support. And even if it's just watching the channel on Twitch, particularly because I've got ad revenue and all that stuff, that's fine too. But anyway, long story short, I'm not necessarily a good painter, but I do paint. Let us switch cameras real quick, and I will show you kind of what I'm capable of. So, I wish I had a better camera. Or maybe, actually, let's do the overlay too. Let's do that one. See if maybe I just need to rotate that real quick. Yeah, there we go. So that's what you've got. You know, this is the quality that you can expect of me, right? I try and do it as close as I can. It's it's not quote unquote the greatest, but it is certainly something that I try and do. You know, like I said, I'm not a like an expert painter by any stretch of the imagination, but I do try and paint, and I talk about 40K lore. I talk about um, anything really that you're passionate about, or whatnot. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with my painting and whatnot. We got this one right here too. See if it wants to zoom in. Looks pretty good. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Like I said, I know that there are other painters and other experts. Um, I just I just paint just so I can say that I painted, and plus it's like therapeutic for me as well. There we go. And then one more. This is a sergeant. That guy with the radio pack is pretty fire. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And like I said, we can talk about lore. We can talk about kind of the history of like the hobby, because I've been around since 2002, 2003. So I've seen a lot of changes. You got a little bit of fuzz on you, Sergeant. Have to get it with the brush. Hold on, where's my fuzz brush? There's my fuzz brush. Do you have a Medusa or Basilisk for your guardsmen? I do have a Basilisk. I actually have two. One of my Basilisks is pretty old, so it's a little beat up. The other one is a little newer. Um, but yeah, I do have a Basilisk. My guardsmen are a combined arms regiment, so they actually have stormtroopers, tanks, and artillery inside the actual unit itself. I love guardsmen artillery. They're OP. They can certainly punch above their weight class, but it's not. It's not. I don't think it's OP for the sake of OP, right? Guardsmen right now don't have a whole lot going for them because they don't necessarily have their codex. Um, so you know, unfortunately, you're kind of forced to deal with what you've got. But I do love basilisks, and I love manticore missile batteries. I'm kind of upset that they don't have Medusas or Griffins anymore. Um, that they're in like more of the Legends profile, but I do like it. I do like Guardsman artillery. I don't have any in my 1,000 point army list. I have them in my 2,000 and 3,000. My 2,000 point list is direct fire weapons only, not IDF. So right now we're just focusing on the middle and the bayonets, and the leather, the pommel, the hilt, and a lot of the fittings. I'm debating whether or not to start a Black Templar or army or Space Sharks. Well, it depends on your style of play. They're very, very assault oriented. Both of them are very assault oriented. The Astra Carcadons, or Carcadon Astras, I should say, um, they're specifically assault oriented. You can have a shooting Black Templar army, um, but it will it all depends on how you want to play it. I'll get back to how you play Black Templar and uh, Space Sharks after this ad break that's coming up in about 30 seconds. Pill soak, and I won't lose hope. Go a distance and journey is complete. Face its arms. That Taco Bell made me hungry now. All right, and we're back. So, I'm sorry, I can't control what airs for the ads. Um, I wish I could, so it could just be like what people are actually interested in instead of what Twitch/Amazon wants. But as I was saying, um, with with um, so hold on, let me pause the song real quick. So when we talk about the Black Templars versus the Space Sharks, um, I don't mind Taco Bell. It's pretty good. When you're poor, when you're hungry and poor. Oh, that's somewhat depressing. It can hit at some points. I just, like I said, I wish I was able to control kind of what ads aired on my channel because I'm not trying to like endorse certain brands or whatnot. Mainly because I'm in the military, I'm supposed to be like whether it's nonpartisan or not. Like, hey, I'm not allowed to promote certain. I can't use my status to promote certain brands. So like, I try and there's very strict guidelines when it comes to social media and the military. So I try and stay within those guidelines. Um, Things that I can't control, obviously they're not going to punish me for, but or discipline me for, I should say. Um, but it's the fact of the matter. I would like to be able to control it. That way, I'm like 100% within guidelines. But back to 40K. Um, the issue with the issue with the you know with the Black Templars and the Space Sharks is that both armies are kind of built to be melee focused in some ways. I think the Black Templars have Suffer Not the Witch to Live, which gives you the ability to, if you get attacked or if you take damage from, or Suffer Not the Heretic to Live, if you take damage from any enemy during their shooting phase, you can advance, or not advance, but you can move either a flat 6 or a d6 inches. I can't remember exactly. Now they may have gotten rid of it, which is, it's neither here nor there. But they were allowed to advance under fire. That way they could get closer in combat. So you would have like a mob of sword brethren getting shot at, and if they took 1 or 2 casualties, you could get them closer to the enemy objective. Space Sharks, it's solely like they did have a limited ability in the vanilla Space Marine Codex. I don't know if they have it now, but it was from the depths, and basically you could just deep strike anywhere within 9 inches of an enemy target, like at any turn. You didn't have to roll for it. They just came in, and it was like for their Terminators, and it was like super 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 like scary. Like you depending on the game that you played, even if it was objective based, you really 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 needed to play defensive with them. But again, it's all about how you want to play your army. If you like the vibe of the Space Sharks, go with the Space Sharks. If you like the vibe of the Black Templar, go with the Black Templar. They're really kind of almost cut from the same cloth. The only difference between, like I said, the Space Sharks and the Black Templar is you can make a more standard shooting army with Black Templar than you can with Space Sharks. I mean, you still can do Space Shark shooting, but it wouldn't match with the vibe of the army. Space Sharks are up close and personal. Like lore-wise, I don't think they have. If they have a company that is dedicated to heavy weapons, I don't think they're Codex compliant. So they may not have a company dedicated to heavy weapons and heavy weapons troops. I know that they have vehicles, but I don't think that they're Codex compliant in the sense that they have a vehicles company, they have a heavy weapons company, they have infiltrators. I mean, they may have infiltrators, but not like snipers or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I think their main battle line is assault forces. So I don't believe that they're Codex compliant. Mr. Stone, how are you? Mr. Stone joins us on YouTube. Painting wise, both styles of. Okay, with what you said, I think I'm going to go Space Sharks. I like that Deep Strike feature. Again, I don't know if they have that ability anymore. Hold on, let me take a look. Before you pick, oh God, let's see if I can reach and not knock over everything in the Emperor's grace. There's Codex Space Marines. Alright, I'm just going to take the headphones off. Let me look and see if they still have it. I don't think they do. Okay. Again, thank you for your help. I'm fine. Building a new 40k army. Well, what is the army that you're trying to build? Alright, so So here's what you can pick if you wanted to do Astra Carcadons or Carcadon Astra. The Assault Doctrine. The Codex Astartes leave no doubt that the killing blow in most engagements must be delivered in decisive close quarters strike. It presents the plentiful tactical means to achieve this. This unit is eligible to declare charge when it advanced. So like that's the combat doctrine, right? At the start of your command phase, and this is the whole thing about the detachment rule, right? At the start of your command phase, you can select one of your combat doctrines listed below until the start of your next command phase. That combat doctrine is active and applies to all Adeptus Astartes units from your army. You can only select each combat doctrine once per battle. So you have World Eaters, of course. Oh, okay, all right. So with the combat doctrines that you're talking about, right? You have Devastator, which is this unit is eligible to shoot in a turn if it advanced. Tactical, which is this unit is eligible to shoot if declared a charge. So eligible to shoot and declare charge in a turn which it fell back, or assault. All right, so you can pick all three in one go. However, once you switch, that assault doctrine, that doctrine that you picked for that turn, is no longer viable. So you got to be careful about that. So that's Task Force Gladius, Anvil Siege Force, Ironstorm Spearhead, Firestorm Assault Force. That's like for Salamanders. This one is Stormlance Task Force. Vanguard. This is more for your Raven Guard. First Company. This is like for your this is like for Templar or for like your Marines, and then that's it. Let's see. So let's read First Company. Detachment rule, extremist level threat. Once per battle in your command phase, you can use this ability if you do until the start of your next command phase. Each time a model within your army makes an Oath of Movement ability, make attack rolls that targets your Oath of Movement. You can re-roll wound to hit as well. So like basically you're re-rolling wounds. So this one's kind of more towards Black Templar, but it kind of works with Carcadon Astra, right? So you have the Orbital Teleportarium. So when at the end of your opponent's fight phase, choose one Astra Militar, not Astra, Adeptus Astartes Terminator unit in your army. You can remove the unit in battle, place it back in strategic reserves. It arrives back on the battlefield in reinforcement step. In your next movement, you cannot select a unit that has within engagement. So you basically have to like wipe them out. If you wipe them out, you can redeploy. Legendary Fortitude, Veteran Blade Guard Terminator Blade Guard, Stern Guard, or Vanguard. Veteran squads. Till the end of your term, each time an attack is allocated to a model in your unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic. Armor of Contempt. Till the end of their phase, each time an attack targets your unit, worsening the armor penetration by 1. Duty and Honor. That's sticky, all that stuff. So it depends on how you build your stuff. But I don't know if they have Tiburos. I don't think they do. Let's see what they got for They have Gilliman, they have Calgar, they have Tigris, they have Sicarius, they have Uriel Ventris, they have Lysander, who's an Imperial Fist, they have Tor Gadaron, he's an Imperial Fist, Pedro Cantor, Iron Father Farius, they have Kavana Shrike, he's Raven Guard, Coruscaro Khan, he's White Scars, Vulcan Histan, Adirax Agante, and then it's just Captain. So they don't have Tiberos. Let me look and see, because I'm pretty sure I saw his data slate somewhere. Maybe they legended him. Oh. Ah, nuts. Of course. I want to say they didn't. I want to say they legended him. Hold on. I spilled some guardsmen. Hold on, let me look at Data Slate. Or not Data Slate, let me look at the Warhammer app. Let's see, Space Marines. Yeah, we'll go dark. Oh no, that's Dark Angels. What are regular Space Marines? There we go. So the only thing they have for Imperial armor is the Astratius and then the Thunderhawk gunship. They don't have Tiberos, which is a shame. Yeah, they don't have Tiberos. I wonder if there is a home brew for Tiberos. There probably is, but it's not in the official codex. They don't have Tiberos. They have Typhus. Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. All right. Ah. But yeah, I think Space Sharks. If you want to be more assault focused, Space Sharks is what you're looking for. But if you still want to be all round and definitely more versatile, you want to go with maybe Black Templar. And just look at which kind of like strike force you want to make. Gladius seems like a decent overall like way that you can it seems like a decent overall has decent overall doctrines and decent overall versatility that can benefit you. A king he was on carven throne, the pillared halls of stone, golden roof and silver floor, and runes of power upon the door lie. Heck yeah, now I just gotta find a Tiburos homebrew model. Yeah, I mean, if you don't play any tournaments, just make sure that it's somewhat balanced. But yeah, I would definitely go counts as hell. I would definitely go counts as Gilliman because Tiburos, I guess, is about as large as a Primarch or near Primarch size. Because there's been descriptions saying that he's about the size of a dreadnought. And built and opal pale, metal wrought, fish's mail. World was fair on Durin's day. A king he was on carven throne in many pillared halls of stone, golden roof and silver floor, and runes of power upon the door, light of sun, star and moon, and shining lamps of crystal hewn, dimmered by cloud or shade of night, was ever fair and bright. I don't have a store near me, just family and my wife. My family's making an Abaddon Chaos Army. Ah, very nice. Well, that's the good thing about Games Workshop is that you can kind of order stuff online. Yeah, sounds good. I buy the Combat Patrol box for Space Marines or for Chaos. music woke. I'll be right back. Gotta go talk about. Oh, for World Eaters? Ah, okay. That has Angron in it, doesn't it? The new Combat Patrol. I just love the miniatures before the Plastic Army or Corn Berserkers from Forge World. The Corn Berserkers from Forge World were definitely well done. In Moria and Khazad-dûm. Angron is separate. Okay, all right. I just couldn't remember if it came with Angron. I mixed them up with Horse Heresy products. Ah, okay. They're the same size models, right? Horse Heresy? I want to say they are. I'm probably thinking of Titanicus, the ones that are like larger scale with all the Titans and stuff. Horse Heresy is similar. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do the models mesh well together? World Eaters versus Horse Heresy, World Eaters versus 40k? Because I know 40k they've got the 8 bound and it has much better tanks. Uh, Sadly, on the base of the Rhino. Well, I mean, that's what the Rhino. I mean, when you talk about the Heresy, that was what was available for the most part. Rhinos and Predators. I mean, hell, the Imperial Army fought in Rhinos. Chimeras didn't come until after the Heresy. Yeah, a little kit. Yes, a little kit bash works well. Oh, good, good. I'm glad. My favorite tank is the Hydra. Oh, you're talking about the Ostwind tank. The Flak Panzer Ostwind. Yeah, the Hydra is okay. It's. I wish it was slightly more versatile than just taking out anti-air. I mean, I know that's what it's designed for. It's just like the fact that it takes up, I think, a heavy support choice for the Astra Militarum. Um, Kind of, sort of. Like, yes, they do look like German officers, but you got to remember that um, their design has been um, slightly modified now. So they're not as, how do I say this? So that now they're more independent of that particular style of ugliness. And if you actually look at some of the designs that the Commissariat are now putting out, or the Astra Militarum are now putting out for the Commissars, that's more modeled after the NKVD, which was the actual like World War II version of the Soviet Commissar. So you know, it's they're kind of mixing it back more historically relevant. But I do prefer the Hydra being more modernized to look like the Gepard. It is. It definitely has tendencies um, uh, that are not pleasant. Like I said, it's taking literally like the Imperium are the best. Like there's no good guys in 40k. Plain fact. Um, the I like the Martyr tank. Well, so that's another thing is that the Chimera is based off of, I want to say, the not the Bradley. I want to say it's the BMP or the BPM. Oh God, what's it called? Hold on, let me now look. Yeah, BMP1. It's based. I mean, it's loosely based off of the BMP1. Um, or sorry, not the BMP1, the BMP3. Whereas, if you look at a Marta, it's it looks more. The Martyr 3 tank um, looks like a enclosed basilisk, um, where or the Martyr fighting vehicle. It doesn't look like a chimera. Um, but anyways, yeah. So like, there are no good heroes in the Imperium. Um, the the or sorry, there's no good guys in the Imperium. They like there's no good guys in 40k. Period. You could say maybe at one point, um, the Eldar uh, and the Quarks were good guys because they were fighting the Necrons, but there were no really good guys in the Imperium. Or sorry, in 40k in general. Um, so that's kind of my stance on it. The your biggest issue, maybe Farsight's a good guy. Farsight might be a good guy, but the problem is that he still believes in the caste system. And if you look throughout history, the caste system still uses like the worst parts of society, which is like eugenics, um, uh, uh, no forward mobility, instituting a quote unquote undesirable population for free slave labor, etc. So Farsight is technically in open rebellion when it comes to the Tau, ethereals, but just because he's in open rebellion against the Tau ethereals doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't like the institution of the Tau Empire. You know, so that's kind of we're gonna have to see what what the Far Side enclaves do if they even expand that storyline. And that's another thing that Games Workshop has a really bad habit of doing is they give us like a cool side storyline or a side plot line that they ignore for, you know, years, sometimes even decades before they revisit it. Um, Hell, it took them about 4 or 5 years just to hint at there being the Yanari faction of the Eldar. And once they introduced it in ninth edition, I want to say, or 8th edition. Yeah, I think it was 8th edition. Once they introduced it in 8th edition, that was it. Like, they just introduced it. Gilliman came back. Yvrain and Yanari, Yvrain and Yanid were introduced to the tabletop, but then nothing. Radio silence for, well, at least 8 years. Or sorry, at least 5 years, 6 years. You know, really haven't published any books about the Yanari. So that storyline's kind of been just simmering in the background. The Yanari completely vanished as an army. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is that like they didn't do anything with it. They introduced a cool plot point and then gone, disappeared. And GW has a really really bad habit of doing that. So I I still stand by my statement of there are no good guys in the Imperium. If there are, um, they're only if there were good guys, or there's no good guys in 40k. If there are particularly quote unquote good people, they're still working in a system that um, is there just because they happen to have decent. Yeah, the Yankar was a good model. Yeah, like I said, there's no good guys in the Imperium in 40k, and even if there are quote unquote good people, they're still operating in a system in a faction or system that does not allow for the growth of altruistic ideas, um, because of the violence and the bloodshed and all that stuff. And realistically, even those quote unquote good people, they're just doomed to fail from the beginning because, it's a war game. It's not called Peace Hammer Diplomacy 5000, you know. Now, if you want good guys, um, Warhammer Fantasy, and for a very, very small few, Age of Sigmar, they have good guys. It's not always the greatest, but there are good people in that setting. Only happy ending I know was Tuska Demon Killer. Yes, really, that's that's the only happy ending. That is the only person that has a happy ending is Tuska Demon Killer. The fact that he can fight as many demons as he wants in Korn's Brass Citadel, and him and his orc warband can fight as many demons as they want for the pleasure of Korn and Korn alone. And he doesn't care because he believes in a good fight. That's the only. I stay with chaos. That's the only happy ending that we know of. There's that one. My child is about to be home. Should be coming home any minute now. So we'll probably wrap this up. But we're at a good spot because I think all the legs, torsos are done. And that makes me very happy. this unit will be modernized, all that stuff. And of course, many gene stealer cults who get eaten by the Tyranids also. Well, ooh, so here's the thing, right? The gene stealer cults. I don't think, I don't think they realize, or it's not a. I don't know why, but this reminds me of that black orc from fantasy who heard the Everchosen was the strongest person alive, so he travels super long ways to kill him pretty fast, then gets depression, goes back home. That was a. Oh, I think you're talking about not Grimgor. Grimgor does kill Archaon, I think, or no, I think he kills Throg. I forget who Grimgor gets. I forget who Grimgor kills. I think it's either Sigvald or Throg that Grimgor kills. Um. Oh, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. There was I think Grimgor kills Sigvald. Sigvald or Throg, one of the two. Because Throg kills uh Wolven. Sigvald. Oh man, it's gonna bother me. We're talking about the end times because there's so much that happened. All of it was poor writing, but there was so much that happened within the end times that Games Workshop kind of glazed over. Um, I know Balthazar gets murked by Manfred von Karstein. Sigvald got imprisoned in his own mirror shield. Was it? Did he get imprisoned in his own mirror shield? I thought he got murdered by somebody. Or not murdered, but killed in combat by somebody. How was school? It was fine. Okay. Because I think Balthazar gets killed by Manfred. Um, God, it's gonna bother me. Got imprisoned by his own vanity. Now that's poetic justice. It is poetic justice. I thought he got bested in close. I thought he got bested in combat. Oh, oh, well, there we go. Damn. I gotta do repair now. God, I'm trying to think who got bested by. It's gonna take me some research. Where's that toothpick? Oh, did I throw it out? Damn it. Alright, well, we're gonna have to do this. He purged the whole city because of the wine tasted bad. Oh, that's true. I thought he got bested in combat. I want to say he did. I can't remember. I can't remember everybody that got beaten. I know Gelt got killed by Manfred. Because he was doing he was trying to like close the vortex in Othman. Oh, and there goes the actual antenna. Son of a gun. That's okay. We can fix it. Watching me do plastic surgery on stream. No pun intended. But I swear I'm all natural. God, nah, it's gonna bother me because I don't know much about the end times. I've read a lot of it. Like I've read a lot of it, but I can't. I haven't retained a whole lot of it. I should say. I know Carl Franz technically, canonically died to allow Sigmar to uh, um, use his body as a vessel to beat back the maggot kin. I know that much. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, what's your preferred super glue? I'm new to tabletop. I got Loctite. I don't know if that's okay. I think Loctite should be okay. Gorilla. I use Gorilla Glue. Um, I like Gorilla Glue. I'm pretty sure the Games Workshop brand of super glue is perfectly fine, but I prefer Gorilla Glue. I feel like it gives me better control. It might take a little bit longer to set as a super glue, or as a mono glue, but I find that I like it. It's about that time. Have a good stream, Mr. Hecht. See you around. Well, I appreciate it. Guten Abend, mein Herr. Gute Nacht. Event is around 6 to 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Good night, my friend. Thank you very much. All right. And I think that's it. I think we're good to go. All right, and that is it. We have done all the fine detail that needs to be done, with on the torsos at least. Oh, no, we haven't. I lied. I'm sorry. We still have the radios on the back, or maybe they're Geiger counters, or the sensors, I should say. I lied. Sorry, folks. I thought we had finished everything. Oh, and we missed a bayonet. Son of a gun. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom. 2 seconds. All right, and we're back. My guardsman needs those bayonets. Yes, they are. Yes, they do. I can't believe I missed a bayonet. Oh, there it was. Rookie move of me. I thought I got all of them. That's okay. I'm streaming. What? Yes. All right, there we go. Okay, there's that. Okay. Now we just need to do the radio parts, and then we're done with all like that fine, tiny detail on the bodies, on the legs, and the torsos. And then we move to the actual guns and the berets and the heads, and then that's it. And then we can put all 20 of these guys together. Well, I still have to do the medic. What? Is that from your little sachet? Yes, you may. Hey, you gotta be careful with that candy next to Yarick. Oh, okay. Oh, you're looking for a pencil? Oh, okay. Old Tom Bombadil was a merry fellow. Bright blue were his boots, or bright blue was his jacket, and his boots were yellow. I do love that song. If you guys have not watched The Ring of Power, or The Rings of Power, I strongly suggest you do. The first season, yeah, it's okay. Second season was a slow burn, but at the end it was just perfect. So, highly recommend. I still am kind of confused because I'm not as big of a Lord of the Rings buff as I should be because I love the Lord of the Rings. I think the Lord of the Rings is a good series. But I'm slightly confused on the timing. But you know, good, good show. Overall, good show. And I mean timing, like the placement of like when certain characters appear on Middle Earth or in Middle Earth, I should say. Donna's doing her homework, so I gotta finish this real quick before she turns on the TV. And as soon as she turns on the TV, I gotta stop because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Because even if you hear 10 seconds of a TV show, those copyright bots light you up pretty bad. Ask me how I know. Copyright bots are quick. Yeah, they are quick. They are very quick. Like sharks to blood. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, very much so like sharks to blood. Which is why I don't play any music. I want to. I really do. I think you guys deserve some music to listen to music while I paint, but I can't. I can't play any music for you guys to enjoy. Same thing, I can't play audiobooks for you guys to enjoy because of copyright. If there was like a provider of music that wouldn't get copyright on YouTube or Twitch, I would do it. Really, the only thing I don't get copyright struck is games that their music isn't copywritten. Right? If I play a game like Dark Tide, for example, or Necromunda, or I remember you could play on Spotify when you stream. Yeah, well, so that's the thing. You could on Twitch, but then you got, if you were multi-streaming, which is what I'm doing, you got copyright struck on YouTube and on Facebook. So you were getting it coming and going, quite literally. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't trust me, my first few years when I was trying to learn this stuff, it was really rough on me. But I learned now and, that's okay. it's part of like the learning of streaming, right? It's like the hazards. It's like you learning. It's like you wanting to start anything new. You're gonna learn through trial and error real quick. What to do, what not to do. It's just like painting, or really any other hobby. You know, let's look at the donations real quick. Was a merry fellow. Bright blue was his jacket, and his boots were yellow. There we go. I think I did red for that. Yes, I did do red for that. Let's whip this out, see if it did. Perfect. And there we go. And now that is done. Say again? No, I'm not doing the Griffhounds. Those are yours. I haven't touched them. And there we go. And that's done. And that's all the torsos for my guardsmen. And the only thing I need to do now are the... Let me show you what I was working on real quick. I was working on, if the camera wants to... There we go. I was working on this guy. The sensor on his backpack. That's what I was working on. But now, everything's good to go. think. I want to say yes. I'll do this guy's backpack. Because we're going to have to do the Vox casters like on the sprue. Just because there's so much intricacy to it. But this is what our Master Vox caster looks like. Rotate it real quick. There he is. So hopefully we can get that squared away. Stretch. Now we rotate this back. Yeah, where's the medic? There he is. And this one I think was Elysian green, I want to say. Oh, it's Lorian. I want to say it was Elysian. It looks like Elysian. I could be wrong. Where is it? I know I have it. Catachan. Castellan. Here? No, that's bolt gun. Swag, base flash, Castellan, Goblin green, Scorpion green, no flash. I thought I had Elysian. Ooh, this is gonna bother me. Let's go over here and see if I got it in here. Death World. I don't need Death World. Castellan. Don't need Castellan. Castellan. Don't need Castellan. I thought I had Elysian. Death World. Death World. Wog. War Boss. That's War Boss. That's Caliban. Do I not have Elysian? That's gonna be frustrating. All the colors, and I don't have Elysian. Oh, that's a rookie mistake. Oh dear. That's no good. How do I not have Elysian green? Oh, it was right there in my face. I knew I had it. It blended in. Just make sure that it's the right color. It is. The problem with having a whole bunch of paint pots is that, occasionally you don't look to, or you look to, you think you're looking to, oh, I forgot his grenade. Son of a gun. How did I miss that? All right, well, that's okay. That's all right. We can fix that. Let's focus on the... Let's actually focus on the stretcher first. nothing to sandflies in the grass, leaves on the willow. What? Well, good. That's good. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you said T. It's okay. That's okay. You got it. I'm proud of you. You're going to do a good job. Yeah. Sun stars, moon and rest, rain and snowy weather. Life is on the valley reach, on the feather. Wind on the open sill, bells on the heather. Old Tom Bombadil is a merry fellow, bright blue eyes, and his boots are yellow. He found a sheepy pool, lilies on the water. Old Tom Bombadil and his river daughter. Sandflies in the grass, bees around the willow. And let the song begin, sing together. Sunset, moon and mist, rain and cloudy weather. I've done the ready beef, dew on the feather. Wind blown the open bill, bells on the feather. Tom Bombadil, fellow, bright blue is his jacket, and his boots are yellow. With either shady trouble, lilies on the water. Old Tom Bombadil and the river daughter. I do love that. Yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and just let me just hit you with that ban real quick. I don't need to purchase viewers. I want to come by them honestly. Okay. Take care of that. Let me get that desert yellow. Let me look at the... I'll find it. Why? Are you done with your homework? No. Go finish your homework. Thank you. Happy Halloween. All right, go, go, go. All right. We could do some good. Walk me home and then. Oh, oof. Oh man, that felt good. Want me home in the dead of night, and me alone with all that's on my mind. You stay with me tonight. There's so much wrong going on. saved it. The army's looking good. Well, good. I'm glad. Like I said, as soon as we get all these fiddly bits done, we'll just be moving on to the weapons and the heads, and then we'll just be gluing them on and putting them together, and that'll be honestly the biggest hurdle is the weapons and the arms and the heads. And I think I've done most of it. It's just yeah, I did the green for the arms, the brown for um, the slings, but it's getting everything else squared away, and that's going to be easy. Find my soul, I had to go. It ain't pretty when a heart get broke. Feel this cold, watching the both turn cold. I know it ain't pretty when a hearts get broke. It ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. What we're working as far as weapons go, lost rifles, I'm guessing? Yes, yes. Majority will be lost rifles, grenade launchers, and plasma guns. Um, melta guns are too short ranged for my tastes, um, particularly because it it's all incumbent upon me actually getting close to you. Love plasma guns. Yeah, plasma's pretty good. It's just kind of hit and miss sometimes. No pun intended. go. Whatever it takes. Can't be as bad as stormtroopers missing their shots on the Millennium Falcon at Mos Eisley. Well, so what I mean by hit and miss is that, like, plasma guns, they're really great at medium infantry or light armor. Um, I mean, like, toughness 7 infantry or lower, and then toughness 7 or lower armor. The problem is that it was like that nice in between. You know, not as strong as a grenade launcher, not as weak as sorry, stronger than a grenade launcher, not as strong as a meltagun. Again, the issue with meltaguns that I have is it's you got to get danger close, and you know, if you miss, particularly on a deep strike, that's it. You know, you're not going to be able to recover that. Um, so that's kind of the give and take, right? And that's with any dice, any weapon. But the reason why I enjoy plasma guns is because it's like that not surefire, but it threatens people. People tend to overestimate plasma guns, so they dedicate more plasma guns. So they dedicate more resources to stopping a unit with plasma guns than they would a unit with melta guns because you're there's that distance to it. It's like sunk cost fallacy, as it were. All right, there we go. And we just got to do the red for the vial. Well, thank you for joining us. And how are we today? Hi. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Clam? What brings you to the stream? Trying to finish my orcs army. Okay. What kind of culture are you looking to use? So we'll do a red vial for that. I just need mega knobs and I'll be ready. Okay, all right. Well, what kind of orc culture are you planning on using? Like, are you doing speed freaks? Are you doing beast nagas? Evil sons? Goths? Freebooters? Like, what are you planning? Mainly Goth, but I was thinking using Warhorde. Looking how good it is recently. Oh, I'm not familiar with the Warhorde data with like how that would play, but yeah, that's not bad. Goths is a good all-rounder. Lets you kind of experiment. I'll wait for Big Brother to buy his Ultramarines because he really hasn't decided yet. Well, thing about thing about choosing an army is that it's got to speak with you on some personal level. I know that's really hard because it's just like, oh man, I really want to play games and do all that stuff, but you know, nope. Minute ads. All right. All right, but yeah, as I was saying, it's important to pick an army that actually speaks to you, especially because it costs so much money to start. Um, so like I get like the hesitation and whatnot, but understand that it is important to pick an army that you're actually going to enjoy. All right, and there we go. That I think is the last of the details. Oh, I guess I can paint this up. What do I use for this? Bolt gun? Yeah, bolt gun. Damn. I thought I was done. Well, I guess we're almost done. We just have to finish this Foxcaster, or at least the chest portion. This chest portion right here. And then we're gonna be good to go. Let's look at it. Just gold pieces for it. Yeah, I think so. But I think we're gonna have to end it here because I have to pick up my youngest, and it's almost 4 o'clock. So, well, I think we'll end it here. So I'm sorry for those of you that are just joining us just right now. But next week, after I think Sunday night, we'll stream some more painting and try and get this group of guardsmen done. Because if I can get this group of guardsmen done, I can then start working on like the tanks and finishing those up. And then once I finish up the tanks, I can then start working on more guardsmen. I'm still like plug away my pile of shame. Well, I should say pile of opportunities. Everybody has a pile of opportunities. Because what we have left is 2 Hydroflak cannons, a Dorned battle tank, a Lehman Russ demolisher, a Chimera, and then we have a boatload of stormtroopers, a heavy weapons squad, as much as I like Gaunt and his ghosts, probably won't actually build that because that's more of like a collector's thing. And I could probably move on to Sisters of Battle. Because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 3 Stormtrooper squads right there. And then I think that'll be it for my army. And then we can finally do a big family picture. And that'll be really cool. That'll be really cool to do. Like what my guard army was in like 2003, and then what my guard army is now. Have a good one. Can't wait to see the tanks. All right, well, thank you very much. And like I said, if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you support the channel. If you can donate to the charity, please do. Here's the link again for my Tiltify charity. It's to support refugees and the UNHCR, which runs a lot of refugee programs. And please, if you miss the stuff on Twitch, it's immediately going to go to YouTube. So it's just recorded on YouTube, so you can watch on my YouTube channel. Please support the YouTube channel. And yeah, my name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Probably going to be a Sunday night stream. And Monday, I don't know if I'm going to stream because I got to get ready for blues inspection on Tuesday. And I'll have all my blues and all that stuff. So if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join my Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.